Typhoon, you're a fan? Oh, you're a fan of SK City. Nice. That's cool. Shout out to SK City. Got some fans.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is RP, is me from the SKC, bringing you guys yet another episode of the SmackDown vs. Raw series with Ferb on Wrestling. And you've been calling me out, Ferb. I said I was gonna have the A show, and I called you out for that. But then you called me out for not having a better show than you last week. But I'll tell you what, your show gave me the motivation to have a better show this week, and that's what I'm gonna do. So if you think you're the A show for having one good show, actually for having a show that's better than mine last week, then you're not ready for what I'm going to do this week. Because Monday Night Raw is going to be the A show starting this week. Alright, it's going to be the A show this week, and SmackDown will forever be the B show. And yeah, your boy got a shout out by Brendan Plays, sort of. It's just a fan noticed me, and I don't know, he just shouted me out. So cool, Brendan Plays, awesome. And we're gonna get into this Monday Night Raw, and without further ado, let's do this. And a pre-show about that, decent wrestling but didn't have much crowd heat, non-existent crowd heat. Charlotte Flair, Mickie James, Natalya, Dana Brooke and, defeated Carmella, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan in 541 when Charlotte Flair defeated Sarah Logan by submission with a figure 8 leg lock. And yeah, by the way, guys, I use eye candy, and let's just say that Monday Night Raw is now TV 14, but women are still going to be great wrestlers. It's just, I have no idea how to explain this, but if someone wants to explain this for somehow how to make this eye candy work in realistic ways, then go ahead. But yeah, I have no good excuse for using eye candy. I just am. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Mickie James and Charlotte and Natalya did pretty good with 70s. Well, Natalya getting closer to that 70s, and Carmella and Liv Morgan improving in performance. And I just wanted to see how these women do in this match. So cool stuff there. Let's just get into the main show. 79B, awesome. The Monday Night Raw intro featuring Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Sheamus, Shinsuke, Jinder, and Asuka, just basically showing what happened last week on Raw. And Brock is learning to show more charisma. Somehow in a video of what happened last week, he's learning to show more charisma. So cool stuff. 71, oh my god. This is already not as better as SmackDown last week, but it's somehow, this is just gonna pick up. So Jim Ross says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. And Booker T says, we've got a hell of a show for you tonight. We'll be seeing the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe, take on one of the most athletic young stars on Raw, Jason Jordan. And Jim Ross says, and up next, Mr. McMahon says that he has an announcement for us that will change the coming future for Monday Night Raw. And let's see what that announcement is that Mr. McMahon has to make. 75, Vince McMahon says, ladies and gentlemen, the new general manager of Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out to the surprise of the fans because of his words last week as he walks to the ring. So this is actually very, very interesting, because Paul Heyman basically called out Vince McMahon he basically called out Vince McMahon last week, and it's pretty surprising to see Vince McMahon having Paul Heyman as a new general manager. So I wonder why that happened, and we'll see that in the coming weeks, but not tonight. So you guys will just have to stay tuned to see how that plays out. And 79B, Paul Heyman says, yeah, that's right, I'm the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. And as my first announcement as general manager, I am announcing that tonight in the main event, it will be Roman Reigns taking on Kevin Owens. And the winner of that match will go on to face my client Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. So Paul Heyman already playing favorites with his client Brock Lesnar here. So yeah, so Reigns Owens tonight, main event. let's see how that does later on tonight. And 73 B minus. This did pretty good. The Undisputed Era come out, and Adam Cole says we got embarrassed last week, and we're not just going to let that slide. So I don't care that we have a walrus for a new general manager around here. I just want Rollins to get out here if he's a real man. And Seth Rollins comes out, and Seth Rollins says, "What do you guys want? You were attacking my former Shield brother, and I backed him up. If you guys have a problem with that, then we can solve it." So Seth Rollins comes out and confronts the Undisputed Era after they called him out, and all three members of the Undisputed Era attack Seth Rollins, and Bobby Roode comes out to save Rollins, and they throw the Undisputed Era members out of the ring, and Paul Heyman says, "It looks like we've got a match, Seth Rollins and Bobby Roode versus two members of the Undisputed Era." Next, let's see how this tag team match does. And the two members of the Undisputed Era will be I think Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Let's see how that does. 69, that's actually pretty good because it's the same rating as my main event last week. And about that, decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Seth Rollins and Bobby Roode defeated the Undisputed Era in 8:46 when Kyle O'Reilly intentionally got disqualified while fighting Bobby Roode. So Kyle O'Reilly disqualifying himself, and Rollins with an 80 and Bobby Roode with the 65. That's actually not too impressive at all. And Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole have no chemistry whatsoever. And Rollins and Kyle are improving, but Rollins in Rumble. And it's pretty weird to see that Kyle and Adam don't have good chemistry. So I'll have to change him from managing him. So not so cool right there. Kind of a letdown. But you know, let's see what happens next. 60, the Undisputed Era continue their attack on Rollins and Roode, and they all hit their finishers on them and celebrate. So maybe it wasn't a good idea to start off this series with the Undisputed Era as a big deal, because they've been not too impressive so far in the series, and I kind of regret, but we've got to continue with the Undisputed Era stuff, and let's see how they improve in the future, because they can only go up. And 40D, the debut of Alistair Black is hyped, and it's next, and I've been stuttering a lot. I have no idea why, but let's see how the debut of Alistair Black does. 37D minus, I wasn't expecting all that anyways. And about that terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Alistair Black defeated Drew Gulak in 2:12 by pinfall with a roundhouse kick, and Alistair with the 38 and Drew with the 37. And Drew is improving in performance skills, cool stuff. Alistair Black debuted, and it's pretty good. 76 B minus. This was better than I thought it would, definitely. And Jey Uso says, "We were on last week's Raw, and that will not be accepted. And we are ready to induct someone into the Uso penitentiary. So consider this an open challenge to anyone in the back." And then the club comes out, and Luke Gallows says, "Challenge accepted." So we will have the Usos take on the club next, and let's see how the match does. 66, I wasn't expecting all that, so decent stuff there. In a decent match, the Usos defeated the club in 5:33 when Carl Anderson intentionally got counted out while fighting Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso is improving in Rumble, and Carl is improving in performance. Cool stuff there. And yeah, just overall cool stuff. 75 B minus. Wow, good promo by Owens. And he says, "The Universal Championship is mine. I never got a rematch that I deserved. I never got the rematch that I deserve for it back when Goldberg cheated to beat me, and I have beat Roman Reigns to get the Roman Reigns to get the match. I've already beat him before, so that's no problem. That title is coming home to Kevin Owens very soon." So cool stuff there. Owens hyping up the main event tonight. 56 C minus. The announcers put up with the fact that we see Jason Jordan take on Samoa Joe next. Let's see how the match does. I'm hoping for good things here, so let's see how it does. 68. Wow, why aren't these matches like at least getting a B minus? All the matches I've been getting C, C plus, but it's better than it's alright. In a decent match, Samoa Joe defeated Jason Jordan in 9:07 when Samoa Joe beat up Jason Jordan so badly that the referee had to stop the match. So Samoa Joe laying the smack down on Jason Jordan here. So let's see how that plays. And Samoa Joe continues his attack on Jordan when he hits a muscle buster and leaves Jordan in a bloody mess. So Samoa Joe really beat Jason Jordan really bad there. And let's see how this storyline continues. 58 C minus. Drake Maverick says tonight in Cruiserweight action, I go against Grand Metalik. I know all of the Cruiserweights best because of my former role as 205 Live General Manager, and I can guarantee you all that I will be Cruiserweight Champion. So Drake Maverick kind of cocky there. Now let's see how his Cruiserweight debut is next. 36, wasn't expecting all that yet again. But cool stuff. And about that subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Drake Maverick defeated Grand Metalik in 412 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. And what? Jim Ross and Booker T really clashed horribly when together at the announcers table. Why is this the first time I'm seeing this? I have no idea. But yet again, it looks like this show might not be too good. But let's see if we can improve from here. And let's see if this week's Raw can get better than last week's SmackDown. I don't know. I really don't know, but let's just see. And his gimmick, the Brain, got a rating of great, which is cool to see. And the turn was a complete success, which is awesome to see. 59, wow. That's actually not too good whatsoever. Shinsuke comes out and says, I am making a non-title open challenge. Who is it gonna be? And then Kurt Hawkins comes out. What was I expecting? Why was I so shocked to see a 59? I don't know. Let's see how the match does. Even worse, awesome. In an extremely short match, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Kurt Hawkins in 2:52 by pinfall with the Samoan Driver. And they don't click, which is another awesome thing to see tonight. A whole bunch of awesome things happening tonight. And cool. 72, wow, a B minus. Jinder Mahal makes his entrance on his way to attack Shinsuke as Sheamus comes out and chases Jinder out of the arena. So Jinder with the mist last week, and this week Jinder tried to do something else, and Sheamus stopped it from happening. So cool stuff. 57, wow. Tom Phillips says, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Paige. Paige, you are going up against the undefeated Asuka here tonight, and the undefeated streak continued last week as Asuka defeated Mandy Rose. How do you feel your chances are like? And Paige says, I'm ready for Asuka. And by the way, this was before the injury that Paige had, so she is still active in ring, which is awesome. And 61, pretty good. And about that, great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Asuka defeated Paige in 7:45 by submission with an Asuka lock. During the match, we also had Charlotte Flair distract Asuka. So what was Asuka doing there? No one knows, but we'll find out soon. And the match had very little drama because no psychology. And why? When did this happen? Oh my god. And Asuka with a 90 yet again, and Paige with a 70. So cool stuff there. And no, you guys just pretend. Nah, it's I didn't do that, okay? And Roman Reigns is shown sitting backstage getting ready. So his match against Kevin Owens is next, and let's see if this can save the show. Please, please, Roman and Kevin, just save the show and have a good match, please. 82, yes. Yes, thank you so much. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens did absolutely great. That is awesome to see. In a superb match, Roman Reigns defeated Kevin Owens in 15:35 by pinfall with a spear after distraction from Tyler Breeze. Yes, what was Tyler Breeze doing in the main event of Raw? I have no idea. And during the match, we also had Sami Zayn run in and attack Reigns. So awesome stuff. Roman Reigns is improving in performance. 82B, I am very happy to see that. Awesome stuff. Cool, awesome main event. 84, thank God, a B+. Never thought I'd see that in this series. Roman Reigns is celebrating his victory when Paul Heyman comes out clapping as he will face his client Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship. This show was bad, but not that bad, but not as good as last week's SmackDown. Are we the A show? I don't know. Let's see what the show got. It might be bad because of storylines, but yet again, it wasn't that good of a show anyways. Okay, 79? How did we get a 79? I have no idea, but I actually... wait, what? 79? What did... I kind of forgot what last week's SmackDown got. I think it was like a 76 or a 79. But I don't know, but... this right here, I was that expecting. So cool stuff to see a 79. And SmackDown, you better be ready for Raw, because nobody's ready for Raw. And we're taking over. And this is RP, is me from the SKC. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned to the series. And I am signing off. Peace.